Good evening, ladies and gents. Gesgex here, doing a bit of a slightly different video. I've done one of these before on the channel. In fact, I think I've done a couple before. Bit of an unboxing, so a little bit different to our normal videos, but still, we're going to give it a go. So this is going to be the special edition, as you can see, collector's edition of Oblivion. Excuse the dog snoring in the background if you can hear that. But anyway, we're just going to power through these. So we're not going to take too long on this. But I just thought I'd show you what's in the collector's edition. Oblivion, one of my favourite games, one of the best Elder Scroll games. I think I prefer it to Skyrim, to be honest. But anyway, so this is essentially what the front and back looks like. Apologies for the slight lack of focus on the camera. It's doing its usual trick of like focusing on the thing behind it, as always. So that's that. It gives you an indication of what's inside. Bear with me 2 seconds. Oh, it's always, I say, it has slight trouble focusing, but anyway. So what we're going to do, we're going to open this one up and I'll show you what's inside it. 15 rating, because I mean it's such an incredibly violent game, but anyway. So then when you open it up and you get this kind of Oblivion gate image with a kind of knight there as well. It's one of these that kind of opens like that. So then you've got that artwork on the inside, you've got like a kind of Daedric Knight on that side, and then like, what is it, the Imperial Guard or something on that side. So we'll open up this side to start with, so that opens up. And of course you get your manual, of course, as you get in everything. Back in the day when games used to have manuals, and they actually used to mean something, instead of just being, you know, adverts for upcoming games and things. But anyway, so that's that one. Obviously pop that to one side, not too crucial. I'll show you that in a minute. And then we've got the disc on this side, of course, and underneath you've got the map. As you can probably see there, the map of the kind of Imperial realm that you've got with the Imperial City there, and you can see the kind of tower in the middle. The what's it called? The White Tower or something like that. I can't remember on the inside. Obviously the game disc, of course, that you're going to get. Although I say obviously, but then in some games these days, collector's editions, you don't actually get the game with it. Resident Evil 7, I'm looking at you, and Mass Effect Andromeda. But anyway, we'll look at them later. Now this is probably my favourite part of the just trying to get out. Probably my favourite part of the collector's edition on this. It's a replica of a septim, which is the kind of gold currency that you get in the game. It's made of metal, so it's fairly solid, and it is different on each side, which is cool. You've got the symbol of Akatosh, and it says, it says, "Praise be Akatosh and all the divines." I don't know if you might not be able to get it to focus properly on that. There we go. "Praise be Akatosh and all the divines." And then on the other side, you've got obviously the Empire is law and the law is sacred, which is a kind of imperial motto. And good old Septim on there, Mr. Septim. Tiber Septim, I believe. Trying to get to focus one more time. It keeps focusing on and off, but not very well. God damn it, this freaking camera. But anyway, it's because there's a pattern on the white sheet that I'm using underneath, and it keeps focusing on that. So yeah, highly professional unboxing this. Anyway, we'll chuck that back in the packet quickly. Excuse the rustling noise. And we also get, this is fantastic. The only thing is, the binding, the actual cover's a bit rubbish. It has got the symbol of Akatosh on again, but you can't really see that very well. You might, if I kind of hold it to the light, you can see it a little bit. And there's literally nothing on the back, so it looks quite rubbish, really. You know, you tend to think, well, what on earth is this thing? But inside, it's actually got loads and loads of information. It's supposed to be a pocket guide to the Empire, as you can see, and its environs. It's got a sort of seal thing in the bottom, and it says, "Dedicated to our revered father and generous patron, His Majesty and Emperor Uriel Septim the 7th, as it says. But yeah, you may not be able to say, I don't know whether it's actually going to properly focus or not. It should do, because there's literally nothing behind it there for it to focus on other than the book, but it's still managing not to. Anyway, and inside you've got all kind of various maps and stuff, and as I say, it's supposed to be supposed to be a guide. So it says, yeah, Tapestry of Heaven. It's got various things about the different history of our history, it says there. Sorry for the awful kind of, I'm kind of managing to get it completely out of focus. So there's, as I say, history and information about all the general rulers and that of the. It is supposed to be just like an actual city guide that you might pick up, or a town guide for various things. And it's got various other places, all talking about the different races and things. Hammerfell there. What else have we got? History of what else? What's that supposed to be? Hang on, Dark Elves, is that? Oh, Morrowind, of course. Yeah, so Dark Elves, or the Dunmer. So that's really, really cool. I love that in there. And then on the other side, underneath this one, Oh, we actually have two things. I think it was just one. You've got the bonus materials, which is just basically the kind of making of CD, essentially. Nothing too crucial in it. Which includes the making of Oblivion. I have watched some of that, and it's quite interesting, but it's, you know, it's like all of these making ofs. It's not that fascinating. And then here we've got a big, a fold-out map, which obviously isn't going to fit into the frame that I've set up. And I don't want to move the camera because it'll go weird. But anyway, it's just basically a fold-out paper map of Cyrodiil, province of Cyrodiil, as you can see, and it's got various different locations and towns and things: Kvatch and Skingrad and Corel and Bruma and Chedenhall and Bravo and Leowin and all those lot, and of course the Imperial City. So it's got that, and on the back you'd expect it to be a poster, but it's not. It's just this kind of old paper effect that you get sometimes. So there we go. That is essentially what you get inside the collector's edition. And of course, this was back in the day before collector's editions were that common. So it was fairly unusual. And I remember picking this up second hand for about a couple of pound, I think, in what used to be Game Station. Thumbs up if you remember Game Station. But anyway, so that was just, as I say, just a very quick unboxing of that collector's edition. There'll be plenty more to come. I've worked out I've got about 40 collector's editions, so I'm going to do another one in a minute actually. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this was of some interest to you. If you're like me and you love your collector's editions, that's one for you. So yeah, take care of yourselves and see you again very soon.